You have to go on a date with me.
Oh no, it is a date with the beard.
Why are you running? Hello friends and welcome back to ReddX, your source for the freshest daily cringe content anywhere on the internet. Promise, swearsies, it's just a fact and it's totally science. Go ahead and look it up.
Thank you in advance. Today we're jumping back in r/Tales of Neckbeards. No, wait, it's maybe NeckbeardStories. No, wait, actually, it's definitely my personal subreddit r/ReddX reads. It is the continuation of the Resistbeard saga. Just like I promised yesterday, heck yeah. We're doing a thing, we're totally on schedule. Apparently things get crazy in this part. I'm not sure. I've heard some things in the Discord, which I believe I mentioned before. Are we going to cover that in this part? I guess we'll have to see. The title of the story is The Date, which is absolutely terrifying. I hope to God that OP didn't end up going on a date with this beard. But if she did, I'm sure that some heavy cringe will ensue. And, God, I just can't help myself. You know how much we all enjoy that around here. So I'm sorry in advance if you had to go through it. But thank you as well for bringing the story to all of us so we can fracture our spines from the heavy cringe together simultaneously. Have you ever seen 20,000 people all cringe hard enough to become paraplegics all at the same time? It might happen. We might set a Guinness record today. But anyways, I guess we'll get some plugs and disclaimers out of the way, and then we will dive right into some of this NeckbeardStories cringe. Resistbeard Saga, Chapter 3, The Date. Please don't let it be a real date. Please don't let it be a date with the beard. Oh, I'm hoping against hope. But that title is really ominous. Hey y'all, hi Adadism. Welcome back to the Resistbeard Saga, Chapter 3 or Part 4, whatever you prefer. This is where things start to really spiral downwards. The beard goes from being cornered to cornering me. It was not pretty and not fun. Good God, I hope it doesn't get too dark, honestly. I know Dizzy's told me in the Discord that it doesn't go the Weezybeard way 100%, but that doesn't mean it won't get uncomfortable. Many thanks to the amazing ReddX, and the incredible Moonhorse, the horse, for reading my story. Go and subscribe to both of them if you haven't already. I'm subscribed to Moonhorse. I can't subscribe to my own content though, so that kind of puts a monkey wrench in the plans there, doesn't it? The previous parts of my story can be found here, 1, 2, 3, and if you'd rather listen to the parts narrated, well, ReddX made an oh-so-convenient playlist that can be found right here. But don't click that, because that'll just pause the video. The links are in the description, as per usual. Description and or comments, maybe. I've been finding it pretty difficult to leave it in a comment consistently, but that's all right. The description works. Also, for those asking about my Twitch channel, I will drop a link to it in the final part of the story. I'm still dealing with some of Resistbeard's friends harassing me, and opening up my channel further and making my Discord server more accessible would just make things harder for the staff and I. We're pretty much just banning people if they're new and they mention his name. Yeah, this is going to cause a lot of problems. I know you're going to open it up after the last part and there's going to be all sorts of people creeping in there like, hey, is Resistbeard still in here? I want to observe the beard for myself. Honestly, I wouldn't recommend it. Dealing with beards is an act that should be left solely to trained professionals. But okay, whatever, I can't live your life for you. We just want any bits of the beard and his friend gone from this community. It got pretty scary and we're worried about his friends seeking some sort of revenge. Boy, this is gonna get serious, isn't it? I'm also pretty surprised by the fact that he actually has friends. Who are these friends? Are we sure they're not just like online personas that he has adopted? I'm gonna go ahead and press X to doubt. Yes. I need to warn you that this is where the story gets a little bit dark. Things may get better in some spots, but the descent just continues, at least until the story is just about over. Resistbeard had me in check for quite a while, and I couldn't do much about it. Aw, man, I was hoping for some of the silly ha-has. I'm sure we'll still get some just by nature of Resistbeard being a neckbeard, but yeah, it sucks OP had to go through this situation, find out that people can be like this in this sort of way. I will say, though, from this point forward, that OP probably gonna have her head on more of a swivel, so I guess take the good with the bad. Not that we actually have that much of a choice, I suppose. Apologies for any formatting errors. I do my best to fix things after pasting this into a Reddit post from Google Docs, but you know, I might miss a few things. It does happen every now and again. It's been a while since we read the cast list. That's relatively short, so let's run through that. We got OP, a 20-year-old trans woman standing at about 6'1", skinny as a stick, an avid Ingress player, and also terminally stupid at times. I'm also pretty kind, and that can easily be taken advantage of without me even realizing it at times. But OP, I do encourage you to never lose that side of yourself. Don't become a cynic like ReddX. We don't need more of that in the world. We need the wholesome girls and wholesome boys. That's the only thing that's gonna get this ship turned around. We also got Taz, a friend of mine that I've known since high school and who works at the same place as I do. There's an inside joke in my friend group that the two of us are dating since we spend so much time hanging out together. We sarcastically play along for kicks and giggles. He is not an Ingress player at this part of the story, but later on starts playing. He's also the person that introduced OP to ReddX, which is, I just gotta give him infinite props there. That word of mouth, ooh, you can't buy advertising like that. So I owe you, Taz. I definitely appreciate you out there doing work for ReddX Industries. We also got Ray, an acquaintance from high school. Resistbeard got into contact with them. They go to the same college as Resistbeard. Alright, so I guess we gotta watch Ray. He's a little bit sus. And finally, of course, there is RB, short for Resistbeard, the dreaded beard of this saga. Flabby, creepy, and checking nearly all the boxes of your common average garden variety neckbeard, except for the fact that he goes outside. Resistbeard became the bane of my existence online and in person since around the start of November, but at the time of writing this, he is pretty much cut out of my life. His friends, however, are not. Come on, how many friends could he possibly have? 2? Alright, I blocked both of them. The story is officially over. Maybe I'm underestimating him. Maybe he is a social butterfly. And that is yet another way that he breaks the beard mold. They don't all fit into the same little box, you see? If they did, then the disease would be a lot easier to cure. We got trigger warnings for blackmail, mentions of sexual assault, mentions of drugging, and also theft. Oh boy, we digging up some stealth beard vibes in this one, I guess. And so with all that said, we are back into the story. So, we all have secrets that we'd rather take to the grave, right? Or rumors about us that are true but can't be proven? Nah, none of that. Nah, not me. Don't ask me any more questions. I will tell you no more lies. Well, Resistbeard, it turns out, had been looking up my username and real name and scouring the web for me. This led him to one of my acquaintances from high school who just so happened to also go to the same college as he did. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Googling is one of a neckbeard's greatest superpowers. We've all kind of forgotten about OPSEC in the age where your personal data can be easily monetized by giant megacorporations, but it's still important. Please don't tell anybody anything that you might regret later. Although again, I'm probably not the poster child for that PSA. In high school, I was a bit of a delinquent deep down, despite my calm and passive demeanor, and I made some bad decisions. Namely, one year I borrowed a school laptop, Reed stole a school laptop, and I was caught. Why did I take it? to circumvent a punishment from my parents. I regret what I did, and I felt truly sorry. I'd broken the trust of so many people, and it hurt for everyone involved. It was terribly simple. I'm so lucky that I got off with a slap on the wrist, and the school didn't get the police involved or decide to press charges. I've bettered myself and since turned over a new leaf. However, no matter how much one repents for a sin and becomes a better person, they can't really erase the crime itself. The thing I did haunted me for the rest of high school. There were rumors about what I had done, despite the fact that the school faculty tried to keep it from getting out. Although there was some evidence, nobody could really prove it. Well, 20 years old is pretty young. One day you'll look back on it and laugh. One laptop, that's really nothing. I have often joked about the time that I stole $25,000 from the US Navy. Yes, as time passes on, it seems like less and less of a big deal. I did my time. I got out. What do you want? Eventually, I guarantee you'll reach a point that nobody but you will remember. And then you can bring it up as it's just a fun anecdote at parties. That's what I do. So yes, guess what this acquaintance of mine told Resistbeard? He told them about the rumors. They told him all about the laptop theft rumors. Which again, I don't know if it's that big a deal. Okay, yeah, I stole a laptop. The best thing you can do is really confront it head on, accept it, and be like, you know what? It did happen, it's part of my past, and I'd prefer to leave it in the past. Thank you very much. How are you ever going to twist this one into blackmail? Charges weren't even pressed. What is going on? I had always been scared of it getting out at a capacity where it's actually investigated. I don't know if the school would still deny that it happened, and I'm scared of losing my job over this. I'm scared that people will think differently of me because of what I did, despite the fact that I'm a different person now than I was then. What's the statute of limitations on that? You should probably look that up. Unless it was a really beefy laptop, it's probably only a misdemeanor, so I wouldn't worry all too much about that. As far as people judging you for it, whatever, dude. The real ones know, okay? If somebody brought up my charges and was like, oh, look, ReddX is a terrible person because this happened, I'll be like, yeah, how'd you find out about that? From me. And you know how I feel about it nowadays? I think it's funny, and I'm tired of pretending it's not. But again, you're a lot closer to it than I was, you know? Give it a decade, it'll roll off your back. It's really not as big a deal as you think it is. But alright, for OP's sake, we're gonna roll along and see what is going on inside of her head. OP says, even just remembering this makes me ashamed of myself. I'll just be laying in bed and suddenly remember, and it'll be an hour of just, you're so damn stupid. You hurt every single teacher by doing that. You broke everyone's trust. Or I'll be in the middle of doing something mundane and suddenly remember and start beating myself up over it all over again. It's one of those things that I just can't shake. Just an insecurity that leads to a cycle of self-hatred. Yeah, I guess I would be slightly more ashamed about it if I liked the command that I was in, but they crapped all over me all the time, so I took my chance, I got my revenge, I feel good about it. I'm sure OP had her own set of reasons for doing what she did. I mean, circumventing parents' punishment, okay, but even deeper than that. Why did the punishment require circumventing? Because OP felt more like she could be herself online than in person, right? Ah, now we're getting down to the root of the matter. It's not like you tried to just pawn the thing and make a quick buck. You had your reasons. The world just ain't black and white. Anyways, saying this all on here honestly scares me. I own up to what I did and I feel genuine remorse, but I'm still scared that it could come back and destroy my life. I just wish that I could bury it deep down and move on. I'm scared of judgment from others, and it is so difficult to open up about all this. I apologize if it seems like I'm blowing it out of proportion, because honestly, I likely kinda am. I just have a tendency to dwell on past mistakes. I'm working on that though. Well, like I said, I do think it's a bit blown out of proportion, but it was only a few years ago for you at this point, so I can kind of see where you're coming from. Trying to look at it through your eyes, yes, it might make me a little bit nervous, but if the school was going to pursue charges, then I think they would have done so already. The laptop came back, didn't it? Everything's fine. No harm, no foul, as far as I'm concerned. Resistbeard pops in and says,
You stole a laptop when you were in high school?
OP? What are you talking about? This bastard was playing a game of chess against me that I wasn't even aware of, and this piece of information had put me in check. Only if you give it validity. Lend no credence to that. You just be like, yeah, I did, so what? Although, what are you talking about probably is the smarter answer. In case he's wearing a wire or something. Get him, he's wearing a wire.
He's wearing a wire! What? You son of a...
Resistbeard repeated himself.
You stole a laptop.
OP? No. What would have given you that idea? Resistbeard?
Ray told me what you did. He knows it's true. I know it's true. Wouldn't it be terrible if I dropped hints to your employer about this?
OP? How do you know Ray? Resistbeard?
I did a bit of research.
Do you really enjoy the screen printing job enough to freak out about getting fired because of a laptop? Honestly, I just explained it to the boss. Be like, yeah, I did it. No charges were pressed. I'm a different person now. If you really see it as something irreconcilable, then okay, I'll go find another job after I exact my revenge upon Resistbeard. But no matter what, the worst thing you can do in life is letting yourself get backed into a corner like this. Get those claws out. Bite his freaking nose off. Make him regret the day he ever met you. Resistbeard was straight up acting like a Bond villain. No longer some awkward and relatively harmless beard. It was like a switch had flipped. Now he was
Mr. Beard, or Grease Finger,
if you prefer. I like Grease Fingers. Because he's eating tendies all the time. You get it? Ah, fuck. Resistbeard?
Unban me from your server, or I'll tell your employer and anywhere else that I can about the laptop.
Who's gonna believe anonymous hints? Like, this has no credence to it. It's all hearsay and I will not be cowed by it. But instead, OP starts shaking, seething with rage. This beard was so quick to seek revenge and force his way back into my life with blackmail. My blood was boiling. I wanted to scream, or to cry, or to just punch this dude in the freaking face next time I saw him. You can do that. You can do all those things and more. But the one rule you must never break is that there is no sex in the champagne room.
And there's no sex in the champagne room.
Wait, that's not it. Don't let yourself be cornered. Do not bend over. Stand strong, proud, defiant.
Yes.
And on this unbanning issue, OP does stand defiant and says, I can't unban you. The admins did a vote and collectively decided that it was best for the server to ban you. Resistbeard?
But aren't you the owner? Can't you override a decision?
OP, give me a moment. Just say no. No, I can't. I'm not actually the server owner. Problem solved. I had to be careful. This beard could so easily destroy my livelihood. His unhygienic hands held pretty much all of the cards. Only as long as you let him. Smack those cards out of his hand, OP. Tell him to do his worst and that you ain't scared of shit. It's what I would do. 100%. OP, make a new account. They'll just ban you repeatedly if you use the same one. Resistbeard?
But my Nitro subscription, get your staff under control.
Yes, my unpaid staff. Right. Let's keep in mind that they're the ones doing me a favor here. You think my Discord mods are gonna stick around if I'm just crapping all over them all the time? No, they're not employees. They're dedicated friends and fans of the channel that have decided to help out. Honestly, they're the ones that have to keep me under control most of the time. Because I do love a tangent, just like that one. OP says, sorry, I can't do anything about your Nitro subscription. It's only $10 a month anyways. Are you that broke? It's even debatable if it's worth the $10. Like, woohoo, animated emojis. And then, that's it. Although, it does offer the server boosts, which is pretty cool because I got a vanity URL now. Discord GG/ReddX for all your Discord needs. Resistbeard just says,
Fine, but because of this, if you don't want me to tell your work about what you did, then you need to compensate.
oh God, OP? Okay, what is it? Just tell my work, bro. None of this is worth it, alright? I watched the Stealthbeard saga. It's never gonna end until you pump the brakes on it. And once you pump the brakes, the whole world doesn't come crashing down and you realize that the trump card that he was holding was nothing but an index card with an X written on it in Sharpie. That's a reference to Ramtide's recent story. Honestly, I didn't know what else to do though. I had no real choice. Just say no and risk my job and any future job? I couldn't. How else would I pay for college? I'm already on the verge of going into debt, though to be fair, I was probably worrying too much at the time. Yeah, this dude wants you to think that he has like an infinite reach, but look at it from a boss's perspective. You get this anonymous tip, okay, maybe call the employee in to talk about it. Worst comes to worst, maybe that employee gets fired, but not every boss in town is going to be like, oh no, I got an email about you. You took a laptop. Yeah, okay, you caught me. I've been the laptop rambler this whole time. Nobody's going to care. They're going to be like, oh, stupid email, trash. Resistbeard says,
You have to go on a date with me.
oh no, it is a date with the beard.
Why are you running?
Oh God. Oh fuck. Oh God. Oh crap. I'm demisexual and demi-romantic. Already I knew that this would not work out. Not to mention just the thought of going on a date with Resistbeard made me want to throw up. His comments from yesterday just screamed that he would try and make physical advances on me. OP? No. Resistbeard?
Please?
OP? Is there anything else that I could do instead? Resistbeard?
No, I want to go on a date with you. Just one date.
Yeah, just one date to start. But you give a mouse a cookie, that type of stuff. Don't fall for this. That's fine. Send your stupid email to my job. I don't even care. Did I really have a choice? Yes, you did. If I said no, then he'd ruin my life. Quite the predicament I was in. OP just says, fine. What day, where, and what time? I groaned. Resistbeard said,
Tomorrow at the local restaurant at 6:30 p.m.
OP? Alright, I guess I'll see you there. Resistbeard?
Yeah, see you then, cutie.
Cutie. Oh man. This has been a trash fire this whole time, but it's only getting more trash fiery as it goes on. I wish you would have held your ground, OP. I promise you it would have made for a much shorter, less painful experience, and you wouldn't be rewarding a beardo for his bad behavior. Bleh. I could only imagine how terribly this would go. I dreaded this date already. Maybe I could bail, just fake being sick. Anything to not have to go. Maybe it wouldn't be that bad. Yeah, this is like the bargaining phase of grief or something like that. I could invite Taz to keep an eye on the situation and intervene if things got out of hand, off to the side. Resistbeard had never met him in person, so he wouldn't suspect a thing. I quickly texted him, OP, hey, I'm in a bit of a situation with Resistbeard. I need your help. I filled in Taz on all that had happened, and he was shocked, and also a little frustrated that I had let Resistbeard corner me like this. However, he did seem more than willing to help me out. Taz is a G, bro. He's been listening to the lessons of ReddX for a long time now. I gotta give him the Artie voice, right? Taz,
Sure, I'm down. I'm always down. I'm not going to let anything happen if I can help it. I have an idea though. I'll tell you more tomorrow.
OP, all right. The rest of the day was as normal as it could be, all things considered. I finished up the JoJo Stone Ocean manga. It had a weird ending, but that's not related to this. Yeah, OP's on them tangents too. It's all rubbing off. All the while, Resistbeard sent creepy and suggestive messages to me every now and then. I'd always respond with an okay or a cool. The fact that he could seemingly get me fired if he wanted was paralyzing. I couldn't take any risks. Get you fired if he wanted? No. He can attempt to get you fired, but I don't think that all that would work out the way that he thinks it would. But I suppose we'll never know. Resistbeard,
What are you gonna wear to the date? Is something cute?
OP, just wait and see. You probably should have just answered okay. Cool. It's like those scam baiting videos where they only tell the scammer yes. Yes. I would not humor Resistbeard. I wasn't even gonna wear anything special, just jeans and a t-shirt and a jacket. The next day was spent in a panic. When put on the spot and cornered, I have a tendency to overreact, and my mind always imagines the worst possible scenarios that could come from something. This date, of course, was no exception to that rule. Sexual assault? Kidnapping? Would he even try to do something? The last thing I wanted was getting drugged or some sort of date rape happening. What if he told my boss regardless of whether I listened to him or not? Yeah, he does seem just the sort to do that. Blackmail is risky business. You have to have some level of trust in the other person that they're not just gonna dump it over your head once they get what they want. I would say gather some notes and take it to the cops, but OP seems pretty paranoid about the laptop stuff, so I don't know if that's gonna happen. It is quite a quandary. Just then, Taz texted me. Taz,
So, I think you should lose the makeup and mask. Go full boy mode on Resistbeard. Tell him outright that you're transgender.
that isn't a bad plan, all things considered. Resistbeard doesn't 100% know yet. He asked about OP's boobs in the last episode. Well, guess what? Here it is, the answer to all of your burning questions. OP asks, why? Taz,
I think it will deter him.
OP, are you sure? I have to be careful. One wrong move and my job's out the window. Taz,
Forget that. I can talk to our boss. She'll understand.
God, I just want to pinch Taz's little face. He's so smart. Who's my smart little boy? That's exactly what you need to do. But OP still has some anxiety and says, what if she doesn't understand? I don't want to risk it. Taz,
Fine. Enjoy being Resistbeard's object of affection. I'll see you in a half hour.
OP, alrighty. See ya. It felt like I was carrying so much on my shoulders, as if Resistbeard was trying to crush me with his weight. It was suffocating. But Taz handed you your out on a silver platter. You should have gobbled that up. Be like, yeah, actually, we will talk to the boss. Cancel the date, whatever. I'm gonna have a little bit of me time this evening. Take a flying leap, Resistbeard. But none of that happened. 5:30 rolled around and Taz arrived at my house. I was sitting on my bed, thoughts in a frenzy. My sister had let him in and told him that I was back in my room. He entered. Taz.
Hey, OP, you doing all right?
OP, just hanging in there. God, I hope we can find a way out of this. Taz.
I do too.
My friend noticed the Kindle sitting next to me and pointed to it, asking a question to try and change the subject from the date, which drew nearer with each passing second. Taz.
What you been reading?
OP. Final issue of Stone Ocean over and over again. It makes sense, but at the same time, it doesn't really. We talked for a bit, and I had almost completely forgotten about the date. The reminder on my phone snapped me back to reality as it vibrated in my pocket. Oh, right. Cue that funeral dirge. It's not too late. Pull the plug on this whole thing. Take whatever consequences come. It's gonna be okay, I promise. Just as my mood was improving, I was dragged right back into the feeling of despair. I grabbed some clothes and Taz and I drove to his place. I changed and then off to the date with Resistbeard. Taz.
You sure you don't want to try my idea?
OP. I'm sure. I'm scared it'll just upset him. That's really the last thing that I want to do right now. Taz.
Suit yourself.
Taz shook his head and sighed as I parked the car. Come on, bro's full of good ideas. The boy mode thing, that's pretty legit. The talking to the boss thing, that is the most legit. That is the direction that I probably would have recommended going. But I suppose hindsight's always 20/20, and we just gotta go from where we're at. Taz.
I'll sit a few tables away if I can. We should have a sign or something if you want me to intervene.
OP. All right. How about I pat my shoulder 3 times as the signal? Taz.
Okay.
OP. Thanks, by the way. I don't know what I'd do without you. I grabbed the door handle, not at all ready to get out and meet up with Resistbeard, but I couldn't back out now. It felt like everything was on the line. Again, only as much as you let it be. You're not in the restaurant yet. You can still turn around and walk away. No, she's not gonna walk away, is she? It's called the date, not the almost date. Taz.
It's not a problem. Just helping a friend. Mind if I get your keys? Just in case.
I stepped out, tossing the car keys to Taz at his suggestion. Taz.
I'll wait in the car for a moment and come inside in just a few minutes.
I nodded, headed towards the restaurant doors. Here I go. Into the fray. Stepping into the building, my head was on a swivel, searching for Resistbeard. He wasn't hard to find, sticking out like a sore, swollen thumb in a chair that looked far too small for him. He smiled creepily at me, and I really had no choice but to approach. I couldn't leave now that he knew I was here. You could, though. You don't owe anybody your time or attention. Just smile and walk up to him and whisper in his ear that he's a fat, disgusting pig before you walk back out. Go ahead, do whatever you're gonna do. I ain't scared of you. You really think you're somebody? You're nothing, and deep down you know it. I did sit down at the table, though, across from Resistbeard. Thank God he didn't call out to me. I don't think I could handle the feeling of everyone staring. Resistbeard.
Hi, OP. I'm glad you could make it.
OP. Yeah? It's good to see ya. The way he looked at me, like I was a piece of meat. Ugh. I am not some steak to feast on. No siree. Especially not for the likes of Resistbeard. who 100% manipulated you to be here and then decides to open up with pleasantries like all this is normal. Oh, I'm glad you could make it. Well, if I didn't, you'd try and get me fired, right? Just throw it in his face at every turn. You're a piece of trash. I'm here under duress. If you died, I wouldn't do anything. I'd walk out and go home. I'd say a short prayer that the ambulance didn't make it in time. Which might seem harsh, but not too harsh for this beard. Not after all we know. Resistbeard.
Why do you always wear that mask?
OP. I have a weak immune system and social distancing. I partially lied. Resistbeard.
Oh, should we go someplace then? Where there aren't as many people?
OP. No, I'm fine. Which is a good answer, honestly. Hell no, I'm not going to a more private area with this creep. He really wants to see what's behind the mask. What if you pull like a Melina from Mortal Kombat and pull the mask off and just spray acid on him with your dagger mouth or whatever it is? That would be the happiest ending of all. Resistbeard says,
Come on, are you sure?
OP, yeah, I'm sure. Resistbeard,
okay.
I took a glance out the window. Taz was now walking towards the door. OP, so how do you know Ray? Resistbeard,
We both go to the same college.
OP, huh, neat. I nodded, and there was this awkward but extremely welcome silence between us for a moment. Now, you might be wondering who Ray is, aside from somebody who went to high school with me, and the truth is, I didn't know him all too well. So my judgment at the beginning, 100% accurate. Ray is sus. Soon the waiter arrived at our table and asked us about drinks. I got some water. Resistbeard asked for a Mountain Dew, but the restaurant didn't have any, so he settled for a Sierra Mist. God, it's just like Truckerbeard yesterday. At least Resistbeard didn't have a meltdown about it, I guess. Taz had taken a seat in a booth close by, and I hummed a little, staring off into space. It's not often that I get to hum. I spend so much time at home, and my little brother is like the sound police. Nobody can hum anywhere around him, or he'll get upset. But I digress. Well, I would not placate that behavior at all. Yeah, I'm humming. Big whoop. Want to fight about it? Resistbeard says,
You're very musical, aren't you?
OP. Mm-hmm. Resistbeard.
What song?
OP. Great Days. Resistbeard.
Like the days we'll spend together?
It's like a punch right in the gut. I hate everything that you said just now. I wish OP would just legit say that to him. Start dropping bombs. We're in a blackmail situation, okay? We're past playing nicey nice, aren't we? Instead, OP says internally, no, just no. To be completely honest, anytime I was with Resistbeard after this point, I was one step away from having a freaking breakdown. It was moments with him that made me wish that I'd have an excuse to go back into quarantine lockdown just to avoid him. And OP says out loud, maybe not. Probably not. I flipped Resistbeard off under the table. I don't know why, I just did. Whatever makes you feel better, I guess. Not an easy moment to get through, I guarantee! The waiter returned and we ordered our food. While we waited, I quickly went to the bathroom. No reason except to get away from Resistbeard. Was there a window in the bathroom? I am frantically searching for a window. Yes, it's small. Yes, it's up high. I will make myself fit. I just needed a moment to breathe. I returned to find that our food was on the table. Resistbeard had already dug into his three-way, unable to keep his side of the table clean as he hungrily ate his meal, focused on it so very hard. My order of chili dogs and side of cheese sat there, looking surprisingly appetizing, all things considered. I glanced over at Taz, then to my food, then back to him. He nodded. That was all the confirmation I needed to be sure that Resistbeard hadn't tampered with my food or drink. Good call there, OP. You're staying one step ahead of the game, and that's what you gotta do when you find yourself in a vicious cockfight. You keep your head on a swivel. Off came my mask, and I quickly ate, wanting this date to be over as soon as possible. Resistbeard.
Chili dogs, huh?
This is the most stilted conversation I have ever witnessed between two individuals. OP says, yeah, chili dogs. I'd get them some cheese conies with no onions, but they usually get my order wrong and put onions on it. It's easier to just order some chili dogs and a side of cheese. Then you know for sure that there's no onions. Resistbeard.
Huh. You don't like onions?
Oh, God. How is this not like facepalm head desk ultimate frustration moment? You're talking in circles. You're saying nothing. You are the singularly most uninteresting human being that I have ever seen on the entire planet, Resistbeard. It's no wonder no woman wants to go out with you. You don't have a single original thought. You're just walking around making observations.
You're eating chili dogs. You like to hum.
Okay. Why does any of that matter? Just shut your fat fucking mouth before I drive an ice pick through my ear into my brain. Self-lobotomy. The only escape at this point. You might think I'm being overly dramatic, but people like this really do frustrate me. So yeah, Resistbeard's brilliant observation,
You don't like onions?
is just met by OP shaking her head. OP, nope, don't like them. The rest of the meal was spent in silence, thank God. Resistbeard stared at me as I finished eating. Resistbeard,
So, you're paying?
OP, aren't we splitting the bill? I'll pay for my food and you pay for yours. Resistbeard.
But I didn't bring any money. I thought you were paying.
What the hell? When was that discussed? I'll pay for my half. You better get your ass back in there and wash some dishes or something. OP, I am paying for my food, not yours. Resistbeard.
I thought you were paying.
The beard smirked at me. He knew he had me trapped with the blackmail. Oh, that's your big blackmail plan? Couple of chili cheese dogs? Oh my God. He's just such an idiot. How is one person this much of an idiot? I just sighed, pulling out my wallet and digging out the cash to pay up. You gotta do what you gotta do to keep your job and your reputation, I do suppose. After paying, Resistbeard offered to walk me out to my car. I tried to decline, but yet again he played his blackmail card. You see, this is never gonna end. Taz carefully followed, waiting at the door to the restaurant and unlocking the car from there. Resistbeard.
So, I'm running a tabletop game with some friends this Wednesday. Do you want to join?
OP. No thank you. I don't play very many tabletops. Resistbeard.
I said, do you want to join? I would accept the invitation if I were you.
How about I'd rather die than play even a single hour of tabletop with you and your stinky friends? Just give him both barrels. It would be so satisfying. But I guess we're gonna have to wait for that. Why this? I didn't want to go to a tabletop game with Resistbeard and his friends. It just seemed like an accident waiting to happen. However, I couldn't risk my job and my future. I had no choice, really. I clenched my fist as I got into the car. OP, fine. What's it gonna be about? Resistbeard.
Ingress. I'm making a campaign based on the Ingress lore.
Oh my god. I'll definitely be sick or dying that day, even if I have to cut my own hand off. Never an Ingress tabletop. No tabletop, definitely better than bad tabletop. Coerced tabletop at that. OP just says, yeah, sounds fine. Resistbeard.
I'll help you make a character the day of the first session. We'll be meeting Wednesday night at my place.
Great. I'd be going into the nest. Just great. An unfamiliar place. Surrounded by people that I didn't know. OP, can I at least invite a friend? I refused to go alone. Resistbeard said,
Sorry, no more slots open.
OP, can't they just watch? Resistbeard,
They'll just be a distraction.
God damn it, dude. Then yeah, actually I'm not interested after all, and then just gas it and get the hell out of there. Or swoop around the block and then pick Taz up. You don't want to leave the wingman at the place or whatever. But instead, OP kind of resigns to her fate and says, okay, I guess I had to go to this thing alone. OP, fine. Resistbeard,
See you then, cutie.
cutie. Oh, it never gets any less cringy, does it? Resistbeard walked off towards the bus stop. Fuck. Screw everything. God damn it. I slapped the outer ring of my steering wheel in frustration. I hated this. Being cornered like this by Resistbeard and by my own past actions, no less. I mean, also your current actions, to be fair. Like I said, you can buck at any point. Don't let no neckbeard keep you down. The date might have gone all right. I wasn't drugged or sexually assaulted. It's not really funny, but if that's like the level of a date going all right, then yeah, most of my dates have been all right, I guess. However, the beard had roped me into something now that I wanted no part of. I knew that I couldn't just reject the invitation, though. He would ruin my life. I was scared, and I didn't know what else to do. Taz got into the passenger seat, tossing me the keys. Taz,
You doing all right?
OP, yeah, I'm fine. No, of course not. This bastard has me cornered from all sides. Taz,
Hey, calm down. What did he do?
OP, he just kept telling me that he intended to use what he knew as much as he could. I lied to Taz. I lied to one of my best friends, and it hurt. I couldn't tell him about the tabletop game, that I would be alone there. I knew that he would keep me from going, but if I didn't go, then it was all over. I firmly did believe that I would lose my job, and any hopes to get another job would likely be gone as well. Couldn't do anything to break free from Resistbeard. Poor OP, you basically talked yourself into a corner, but it's right in the name, Resistbeard. You need to resist the beard, and once you put him in his place, he'll shrink down to size in no time. He will cut and run. Mark my words. Anyways, this is where I'm ending this part. Seems like a good stopping point for now. I apologize if my writing seemed a bit different. Truth be told, writing this part has left me mentally drained. I'm having a hard time keeping it together as I recount the extent that Resistbeard exploited the blackmail that he had. All the ways he used it to get me to do what he wanted. Anyways, I'll catch y'all in the next part. Dizzy, out. I probably said it 100 times during the story, but I really don't think that it would have gone as horrible as you think it would have gone. I guess it plays in that, you didn't actually suffer any direct punishment for stealing a laptop or whatever, but if the school decided to let it go, then it's basically a moot issue, isn't it? You could call up the school and be like, hey, I've got somebody threatening me with this thing. If it came to blows, would you press charges over it, Open communication is the best way to handle 90% of the problems on the planet. You'd be amazed at what you can do if you just open up, confront your fears, and have some faith. You could probably talk your boss around about the laptop and be like, yeah, I am a changed person. Have we not worked together for years? Do you not see that? And then if you get fired anyways, then guess what? That's also leading to something bigger. It all happens for a reason. And as much as I am loath to say it, I suppose that all of this happened for a reason as well. Now OP knows to be more careful, a bit more critical of people who approach and try and ingratiate themselves into her life. But I do hope that you will stay the kind person that I have known you to be. Don't become a cynic. There's so many of those in the world, all right? I really value the OPs that are able to come through something dark and horrible like this and come out the other side okay. They say, yeah, it sucks that it happened, but not everybody's like this. And I think that takes more bravery than anything else. And I hope that is the case for you, OP. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, I hope that you'll like, comment, and or subscribe. Yes, indeed. We got all kinds of links in the description. You can check those out. Twitter, Discord, Facebook, all kinds of stuff. Plugs, playlists, podcasts, Spotify, iTunes. I'm absolutely everywhere. Maybe share the video around if you should like. That's pretty cool. We've also got my Patreon, of course, and my gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful, generous patrons. I'd like to thank them as I do every video. Jerry much. So thank you. Robert Waits, Camille Sarah, Logan Wolf, Conrad Ingy, Captain Clown Jerry, Honk Honk, Aaron W, Twisted Child, Sarah Water Ash, Cinnamon Susie, For Auld Lang Syne, Fire Drake, Irari, wants to change her name but is too proud of the Jerry spelling. Go ahead, mix it up, that's alright. Jari the Pirate, how topical. Silent Revolver, the OG Jerry, Jerish Kitsune, Satori, 211 Jerry, the return of Jerry, a Jerry, a juggly Jerry's, fuck. Justine Dargonia Jerry, Alunia Demonista, Althea Blue, Anunnaki, Assassin Pug Jerry, Bang Bang, Atheist Jerry, he's so euphoric, Aurora Wildheart, Bailey Joy, Bearded Jerry, watch out for that guy. Bitch and Grapplehead, Blade the Hero, Blip Blip Jerry, Blue Dubs, Commander J Tank, Confederate Jew. Oh boy. Oh no. Dayton won't. Bruh, I did already. Look at the name. Represent. That is Dayton. Dinosaur Nightlight, Disposable Waifu, Dr. Larks, Emergent Jewel, Aaron Lennox, fell down this pipe, running from a walking mushroom thing with eyes. I ended up in the agate smelling ball here. It's Mr. J. Okay, Mr. J. We'll send somebody. Frozen Over Studios, Gypsy, Adrian BR. I can't help falling in love with Jerry. I'm Slim Jerry. Yes, I'm the real Jerry. All you other Slim Jerrys are just imitating Irish pirates. Again, top of the morning to ya. Itchy nuts. You just scratch it, bro. A pimp named Jay Crisp. Yes, you have to say the whole thing. J.M. Coon, Jennifer Schaefer, Jerry Smith Barber to Cervicus. That sounds pretty piratical too. Jerry Blacktail, Jerry Nice, Jerry Evil, Jerry the Outlaw Mother Trucker. Honk honk. Jerry was a race car driver, but my super's in the shop, so he stands undefeated. Only for a time. John Hero, John Jerry Jingleheimer Schmidt. Oh my God, that's my name too, bro. Some boof, I guess if you're boofing, it's free. Judge Jerry, I am the beard. HAW. Oh, Crewhy, Miss Monday, Lord Jerry-O, Lady Dix. Still a Jerry, just a boring one. That's okay. Marble Cake Jerry, that's like a Jerry fusion. Melgar the Destroyer, Metal Frector. Definitely not Arthur Henry, because I never heard of that guy. Mr. Carrot 797, Mikola Demikiev, Natari, Nightmare Jerry, Orgamic Jerry Steve, Patron Saint of Chicken Nuggies, Saint Jerry, Rahman, Phantom of the Pines, Jerrykins and Jerry Beth, Rose Jerry Miller, TSM Kirby, Sarita the Lolita, Saucy Octopus, Silo Imp, slipped on the marble and entered the neckbeard world. Welcome to my world. Stay host, aka Jerry Yeet, Stephanie Goodner, Synaptic Boomstick, Tomago, Teddy the Police, Tenson Monster, The One True Fusky, Tom, but it's the Jerry on the inside that counts. Church, Viking Jerry, Will Mags, Comrade Mooney, Kira, You're a Wizard Jerry, Redwind, Naga Viper, Side Jerry the Cyborg, Saint's Blessing, a normal Jerry, totally normal. Come to think of it, what would be the criteria for a Jerry Berry? Taste? Texture? Can you make it into a yam or a pie? A yam? Jam? Yes. Yam? No.
Hunter of Jerry's memorable all things tasty. It's Tom, A, Admiral T, Tank, Amara Alder, an unfortunate survivor, Atomic Jerryzilla, Breaker of the Tom Army, AZ, Babsy Goon, Barbushka's Irradiated Jam, Bartender, Kirlia, Broken Spine, Horseradish, the original different Jerry, that's Cake Jerry, California Jerry Girl, Chevron 7 Locked, Corporal Admiral, Lieutenant, Private General, Trigger, Princess, Furry Werewolf Jerry. Yeah, kinda got it. Cryptiddies, Divine Jerry, Dopamine, Dangerous, we get OD, Electrical Fennec, gave her both inches, and then she asked if I had any single friends. Oh, snap. You better not give her my number, though. My wife is gonna kill her. Ghost of Alpha, Heek Not, HMT Mayor, Holy Berry Jerry, Hydra Jerry Solomon, a proud name to carry, Janitor Jerry, where do all these marbles keep coming from? Jeffrey, Geralt of Rivia, Jerry and Tom versus Happy New Year's, Webby Apocalypse, Jerry the Sussy Baka, Jerry's mom has got it going on, Jerry Aldo Rivera, fan favorite, check out that mustache, Jerry Bean, yum, Jerry Roxas, yay, Jerry's SDI pit maneuvered the band to save the marbles, hooray, that's where all the marbles came from, Jerry role-playing game, Judge Jerry and Executioner, Kid Marvelous, Do Perfect, King Tom, Kinta Kid, Life of Guardian, Little Edwards, Lucia Lovecraft, Chia, CD, maybe next time, Milkman Gimp, Ms. Duchess, Not Invisible Angel, I see you, oh my god, one like Jerry found a key and some pancakes, how did this happen? Organic Cam, I think we lost the plot of the Marble Jerry, what the hell? Ghosty Raptor, Cheese by Jerry Pie, Cool Drink of Mountain Dew, oh I'm supposed to sing it, god damn it. Sheep Steve, Snary, that's not Jerry. Smoothie the Rogue, Spoopy, Scary, Jerry John, Steve McGelly, Techno Dubs, the Gaslighting Jerry, help, I'm the real Red, Terry stole my channel, you didn't know what to do with it anyway, I'm in charge now, the Necro Jerry Con, the original Jerry, not, New Infinite Jerry and Beyond, definitely, Two Division Jerry managed to escape from Admiral Tom's to the cannery, next challenge, 1 million subscribers, check it out, Tom Promise, Jerry Swiss, oh no bad Jerry Tom, be good boy, no Swiss, just face, Swiss High School, look it up, buy me the rice video, thanks. And of course, thank you to all of my $1 patrons as well, beautiful people that they are.
God, don't you love the patrons? Making this whole thing possible is beautiful. Thank you guys so very much. Honestly, I do hope some other people will consider signing up on the Patreon, but if you can't do it right now, don't sweat it too hard, friends. I just appreciate you coming on through, hanging out with me, and I hope that you come on back and hang out with me again tomorrow. In order to do so, you need to keep yourself safe out there, wash your hands, but also take some time out and do something that you personally enjoy today. Maybe like watching some more ReddX videos. That'd be cool. Always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, and you definitely deserve it. I shall see you in the next one. And until then, friends, bye-bye.